In this session, we will cover mini tabs and conditional display in the Present and Publish tools. The mini tab feature allows you to lay out your content in a dashboard so that each item occupies the same canvas real estate and then allows you to switch the content using the tabs. The same mechanism can be used to programmatically switch content using triggers in the dashboard or publication. This effectively allows you to conditionally display content based on user interactions at runtime or slicer values during publication rendering. To see mini tabs in action, let's start by creating a new presentation. Then let's add a mini tab to our canvas. Next, we drop pre-existing content into the different tabs. We can add an additional tab by right-clicking, adding a new tab, then adding more content into it. Now, let's edit the tabs. So let's call this Graph. We can also decide whether the tab title is just text, an icon, or both. We'll use both here. Now let's name the other tab Grid and Pie. Clicking Apply to set the changes. Next, we'll add a slicer to our dashboard. Now we'll wire it up to each tabbed item to interact with the slicer. I right-click on the slicer and select Actions from the context menu. The Actions panel will open. First I add an action, then I go to the action settings where I name the action and select the relevant mini tab container. I can employ a simple or advanced method to determine logic to jump to the tab. The simple method allows me to select a tab name or tab number to jump to. The default tab will define the tab to be used if no other tab is selected. The values that appear here are the values in the slicer, and these are the corresponding tabs that will be displayed when the value is selected from the slicer. Now, let's click the Apply button to save the action and apply it to the slicer. When we run the presentation, we can swap between tabs by using the slicer values to drive the tab selection or by manually clicking the tabs. In the advanced mode, you can go full tilt with programmable logic for switching tabs. Next, and importantly, we'll hide the tabs themselves, since it's the slicer selections that will be switching each tab. Let's right-click the tab and select Tab's Position Hidden. Last, let's run our presentation. We can see how the tab content changes as different values are selected in the slicer while the tabs are hidden.